Here we are going to review a replay of a very good race I did about a week ago or so. We're at Oulton Park. This is a race with 27 cars in it. I think 9 of them are Miatas, so they are not a part of the same class, but it is a multi-class race. They are going to start in the back. I'm running the Toyota GR86 with the NOS paint scheme, and I actually qualified for this race, and I qualified on the grid in 4th. So without any further pause here, I'm going to go ahead and get it going for you. this point, I'm still currently sitting in third. Second place is right ahead of me, and first place is on up there just a little bit. You can see him ahead. As you can see, me and this guy are seemingly pretty evenly matched. We pretty much have the same kind of lap speed. He's made a couple little mistakes that's let me catch up to him, but most of the time, and here you see a great save. I don't know how I kept a hold of that, but kept it going. Lost a lot of time on him. But it seems like I have a little bit quicker overall lap time than the guy ahead of me, especially whenever he seems to make a lot of little mistakes that make him shave off like a half a second or so here and there to let me catch back up. But the guy that's in first, he is pretty much leaving the two of us in the dust. He's, I think at this point, about 5 or 6 seconds ahead of me, and probably about 3 or 4 seconds ahead of the guy in front of me, and he's just slowly putting on a couple tenths of a second each lap. I'm slowly reeling in this guy here that's in second. And as you can kind of see further up there, it looks like our leader is starting to run into a little bit of lap traffic. He may be giving us a chance to possibly catch up to him. And here, as I predicted, the lap traffic has really held up our leader. They're not letting him pass, and now we've caught up to him. And as you can see there, he tried to press the issue on a turn there, probably being pressed by the fact that we caught up to him and he was afraid that we were going to be aggressive and try to take the pass, and caused him to be a little bit too aggressive, and ended up getting into one of those Miatas. And this was an accidental issue here. He kind of braked a little bit faster than I did, and also I couldn't see what I was doing. I was happy that he didn't like spin out from that, and I wasn't going to overtake him.
Oh my god.
And that caused one of those lap Miatas to be able to come up here, and he decided to try to go too wide with me into the chicane. Kind of made me a little angry here.
Fast.
Especially since he's not even for position right now, and he's sticking his nose right into this battle again. Luckily, what looks like serious damage is not very much damage. It's just the damage modeling in iRacing. I did kind of tag him pretty decently hard in the back, but I don't think that my hood would fly off. But it doesn't really cause me too much issues. So now I am currently sitting in second. The guy in front of me is now in first. The guy I've been battling. The first place guy that was seemingly a lot faster than us had his aggression gets the better of him, and now is not really part of the race now. At this point, I know this guy can make mistakes, and I'm really trying to press him, doing things like looking to the inside there, even though I wasn't going to press it into the chicane, but just trying to make him think about it, make him try to force him, try to race a little bit defensive. Just basically trying to get into his head somewhat. Here I'm forcing him to pretty much have to drive on the inside, which will make him go slower through this corner. Give me a better exit. Still, he's trying to block me, keeping me from getting on the inside. Making him have to mirror drive here pretty bad. Causing him to not do the best through these turns. Kind of brake early to make sure that I don't rear end him again like I did last time. Here we're starting to get up to some more lap traffic ourselves. The only thing behind me is that lone lapped Miata from before. Here I got my chance. He kind of came out of that corner wrong. I was able to get a run on him, get to his inside to this corner. Kind of force him to take the outside. He does take the superior exit here, and I have to block him. But he doesn't press the issue through this corner. And here we are coming down to the hairpin corner again. The same spot where I rear-ended him. And with that being said, he does pretty much the same thing to me. Probably not intentional, but he really clobbers me in the rear end here and sends me going really heavy into the outside of the turn, but I was able to keep it under control. He tries to undercut after hitting me, and the sharp turn, along with the craziness and bumpiness of this turn, causes him to lose traction and lose control. Here, I'll do one more from the outside view. Almost kind of like a bump and run, but he wasn't able to quite pull it off there. And with that, that pretty much puts me into the lead here. Actually, unsure of how many laps are currently left in this. It's a 25-minute race, but go ahead and see here if I can hold on to it.
Thanks for ruining my race.
After running a couple laps here in the lead, I'm really kind of just psyched out, trying to just keep everything together. And I'm running a little bit slower laps than usual, just trying to just not screw anything up. And you can probably tell there, a little farther back in the distance, you can see that the the old person that was in first place he's been making up time this whole this whole time I've been going through lap cars and we've been duking it out. He's been making up time, and now he's not too far back there, and he's coming on strong, trying to catch up to me. And I'm just trying to keep things together and hopefully get to the end of this race before he gets to me. Here we are coming around for the white flag lap. Of course, I have to worry about lap cars passing them, and every time I hear somebody say there's a slow car or stop traffic, I'm holding my breath hoping that they aren't just sitting in the middle of the racetrack. And with that, I come by for the checkered flag and end up pulling off a first place in this. Um, I end up pulling this off.
A
Surprisingly,
really
this
good
is
race, Max. Sorry for the bumps there.
yeah. Max was the pink car that was in front of me there, but was surprised to come out with the lead because obviously this Patrick guy was a much faster guy than I was. He was probably running laps about a good half second faster than me and Max were the entire time. But that just goes to show that in a race like this, where especially you're going to be going for a little while, you're going to be running into lap traffic and such stuff like that. We were just able to keep just close enough to him, not let him get too far away, to where whenever he did have some sort of mess up, we were there ready to pounce. And yeah, like I was saying, it just goes to show that just because you can run the fastest laps doesn't mean you're going to just get the race handed to you. Had a little bit of bumping. The first bump on my Accord was my fault. Should have braked a little earlier to give him some room to go into that corner. Second time he did the same thing to me, so I mean, I feel like we're even on that. And yeah, little bumps and bruises ended up coming through, made it to first place. And honestly, I think this is I would say my first road course win. I would say that's like a legitimate win. Really raced hard against people that are relatively about the same skill, and yeah. Well, until next time, thanks.